Hello, it's Randy Duck, and here we are for another video. This time we're in the premium tank destroyer, the premium British tank destroyer, the Vindicator. Now, this tank is, the chassis is basically, I don't know if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that the Charioteer is one of my favourite tanks in the game. I really like that tank, and this is basically the same chassis as the Charioteer, but with one important difference: it doesn't have that really nice high alpha, that Hesh pen dirty Dragon gun on it with a really good DPM. It actually has a lower alpha gun with the 230 damage, but with very good rate of fire, so it can rack up a lot of damage in a short space of time. But it has one major drawback, and it is a big drawback, and that is the fact it doesn't have enough ammo, because unlike the Charioteer, obviously it's the same ammo count, but this has a 4.5 second rate of fire gun, and obviously only 230 alpha. So there's been so many occasions, which you will see in the later on video, where I could have so much more damage if the gun just carried more ammo. But nevertheless, I have sort of quite liked playing this tank. I mean, a lot of people, I feel like this tank's had a bit of a bad sort of press, if you like. A lot of people sort of say bad things about it, but apart from the massive drawback of the ammo, I have had a lot of fun. Now, here we are on Vineyard. We're tuned up with a good PAL Petty 360, and at the start of the game we was going to do the traditional tank destroyer thing and try and cover him. But it came abundantly clear that there wasn't a lot of people there, so it was pointless me staying at the back of the map. I immediately reacted and got closer, and now we are going to create two angles. We've got Petty 360, he's sat there. Now I don't want to sit in the same location, I want to create a second angle of approach, so that we can, because that it's the quickest way to win games, is to get multiple angles. Like I say, it's just, it's common sense really. If you're shooting in one direction, the enemy only has to look at one direction, create a couple of different angles, you get them in a crossfire, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to stay completely on the top of each other. One good thing about this Vindicator, like the Charioteer, it does have very good camo. I actually do run a camo net on this tank, which I didn't actually on the Charioteer. I use events on the Charioteer. But I do run a camo on this one, just so you don't have that bigger alpha gun, so you want to try and stay unspotted if you can, so you can get more, make use of that DPM basically. But this is a tier 10 game, so we do have to be a little bit careful. But you see this SCG's moved into, he's a bit of an annoying position for me now, because he's got shots on me, he's looking at me. I don't particularly want to get slapped by his gun. And then we got this E4 that I definitely don't want to get slapped by, the best heavy tank in the game, because that is going to hurt. But we have him in an angle, so we can tread carefully. I do have this grill behind me, but he's not really paying too much attention to this E4, which is a shame. He can nicely come around and put a shot into him for me, but I guess he's got other targets. But this E4 has now moved up, and he's made a mistake of moving into the trap. He's moved into the crossfire, so now he is getting shot at two different angles. Obviously the side armour of the E4 is trash, so if I get him in the side, I know I'm going to pen him very easily. I go for the kill shot, just about to get him, but then Petty takes him out for me, the best thing is I didn't get shot by him, because I was a bit squeaky bum there. But so I have picked up sort of 1800 assistance already, and I'm in this situation where I want to kill this SDG as quickly as I can, because this has potential to have really big assistance gain. It's a tier 10 game, there's quite a few tier 10s in the lobby, and I know where most of the enemies are, because there's only one place they can be if you look at the mini-map now, and I want to push down there as quickly as I can, so I can be the first person there, so I can essentially spot, because I know I have really good camo. And you see this here, I don't even wait for my 6th sense to go, to do my 6th sense. I just go for it. I take that educated gamble, because I want to be the first person there, because if I am, there's big chances of a very high assistance game, because all these TDs which were up the back are unlit now. And like I say, it's tier 10 game, so often you get a lot of assistance in, when things are hitting it, and that really helps for your 3 marks of excellence. You see now he spotted this full health TD at the back, and look at the assistance just flying. That's just because I was the first person there. If someone else did the same thing I did there, they would have got the assistance. And that's just the aggressive play. Also, I did tell Petty I was doing this, so he was obviously just like, yeah, okay, well, I'll get some shots in for you. And yeah, it's paid off really well, isn't it? Like I say, picked up 4,500 assistance now, and at this point, I'm just trying to maximise as much assistance I can get. Once you got to this stage, you want to see, well, I don't know, we've still got a fun piece in the game. I wanted to see how much I can get. We've got over 5,500 now. Unfortunately, I do get slapped by the grill because I'm playing really aggressive. But at the same time, I was thinking if I light him up, he could get hit by artillery or something like that, and then I would get the assistance. So I was going to flank him, but this 705 is in my way, which is a bit of a nuisance because damage is going to go very quickly now. He does get shut down by Arati, so we're just going to push up to just try and get the rest of the damage really. Put a little snapshot into grill on the move because that's how we roll. And yeah, we've got the second grill there. He gets shut down before we get there. So there's one tank left. It's the Centurion, and we're all just rushing, aren't we? And I think you can see what's in my mind right now. I mean, I think you can see. Yeah, we're going for it, aren't we? We're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. We're going. Yeah. There we go. Petty came in. He landed it. We took him out, and that's a nice way to finish the game. So yeah, all we do is get to results, and we can see how we got on. See, Petty had a really decent game as well. I got 2k damage, 6k assistance damage. Only the first class, but I felt like the game was worthy with that assistance. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that replay, but we've got 2 more special replays to come, so stay with us and we'll see you in a bit for the second replay. Okay, so here we are for the second replay, and as you can see, we're on Westfield, and we're on the south spawn, but there's something very important about this replay which allows us to get a really good game. That's the fact that there is no light tanks on the enemy team. And there's no real quick medium tanks which are going to cause me too much of an issue. And this means that I can take a position from the south spawn which is really, really dominant. And it's a very, very good position on the map. Unfortunately, you very rarely get to use it because basically you get so many light tanks. Just, normally you get like 3 light tanks in a team, full sending around, no cares given. No really good play style, just full sending, ruining people's games, and that's just unfortunately sort of the era we're living in at the moment with this game. But we don't have that today, and this means we can play this position and it can be really, really strong. And you'll see it when I get there. You do need reasonable camo to be able to use it, and like I say, you need to be smart when you're going to use this. You can't just go there if you've got 3 vanguards running around because it just ain't going to work, is it? Unfortunately that is just the way it is. Maybe you can use it later game, but you can't use it to start. So we're going to come around here. There's so much sort of green like foliage and stuff in front of me. From this position we can get in this bush and we can spot anyone crossing from their side. It's honestly, this is actually like, when you can use this position, it's so powerful. You can see there's no chance of this KV4 lighting me up. There's just no chance. I've got all the camo perks on, decent camo in this tank. I'm behind, shooting from behind the bush. You notice I moved back before I take my shot. That's important. When you're in a bush, make sure when you're going to take the shot, you move back and then you shoot, because then you're going to get the full advantage of shooting through the cover. You don't want to make the mistake of being too far in the bush and then you don't always get that camo bonus. So yeah, really decent start. You can see we're just racking up the assistance. Got nearly 2k assistance already. We're going to see him take out the KV4 now. That's one of their heavy tanks out of the game. Now I do, this is where I don't want to move, because obviously I'm not a light tank, so if I move I lose my camo value for moving, and that SU came too close to me, so I stayed still, didn't move, didn't panic. I didn't want to move straight away because he might have detected me potentially if I, if he got too close and I was moving. He is a bit of a concern because I don't know where he is now. I don't know if he's just around that building, so I don't want to move too close just yet. I'm going to be a bit patient and see if we can take out this ISU because there is stuff getting lit up there now. And we are a TD after all. We have 2 Burasses on our team, so they're almost like a light tank, so they could potentially spot for us and we could get, just get some damage going. So we're just being a little bit careful. But like I say, this position as well is also really good. When they do, eventually push out and you've won this side, you can still got all this foliage, as you can see, and you can get shots on anyone crossing now. Like you see, this boulder's moving out. Again, he ain't spotting me through this foliage like this, and I can just absolutely farm him now because this tank, when you get in a situation where you can use your DPN, it is really powerful because you don't always get that situation where you can just keep firing like that. So sometimes you have this really quick reload, but you're not able to utilise it because you're getting spotted. But at the moment, obviously, that's not a problem for me. I'd say I'm just sitting in his position, absolutely farming. Already having a good game here. We've got 3k damage, close to 3k assistance, so a really nice one. We've still got this Russian Tiger tank over the back, so we're just going to get a few shots into him. Now he's dealt with. We do get shot from the T29 on the hill, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We can use a bit of hit points up at this point. We're going to wait. He's going to poke again. We're going to get one more in, and we can see if we can get a second one in, but I think he just gets beyond the ridge before we get that shot in. So now we're going to press forward because it looks like they've pushed all the way around now. So we're going to try and close in till we can kill this T29, get behind the other tanks, and I just want to get as much as I can. But you can see how quickly this gets through its ammo though, because it's been a very short game. You see, we've still got 11 minutes on the clock, and I'm already down to like 13 shells. You burns ammo so quickly, and obviously only having the 35 or whatever it is just not enough, which you will probably see, spoiler alert, in the next video. But yeah, you can see we can move around now. We're just trying to get any shots in we can. We've got a shot on this IS-3, we snap it in. We actually do track him in place. We don't pin, but we track him in, get a little bit more assistance. We get another shot in. And now this shot, we don't let it fully aim because we just thought we might, try and get the kill. Unfortunately, maybe I should have aimed and I would have picked up that kill there. Never mind. We've got a T32. We can hope we can get the shot in. Do we get one into track that does some damage. It's all one shot now. We're rushing ahead to try and pick up the kill. We want the kill confirmed, but we don't get it. The T29 gets it. There's one tank left. It's an IS-3. At this point, I don't think I'm going to get there, but you never know. Full bloom, get the kill. So yeah, really quick and decent game, and hopefully that just shows you a position you can use. But like I say, be smart about it. Don't go there if there's all these light tanks rushing around. You might have to use it a later game, because it can be deadly if you've got all the light tanks rushing about. But yeah, we picked up Top Gun, 6 kills, 4,200 damage, over 3,000 assistance, ace tanker, high caliber. So yeah, really decent game considering that game only went on for 5 minutes. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. We've got one final replay left, and I promise you it is worth a watch. So yeah, bear with us, and I'll see you in a bit for the final replay. Okay, so here we are, the final replay of the video. We're on Proc. There's no fun police in the game, and all I'm hoping for now is our team don't go to the hill, because honestly, if you go to the hill in the tanks which you can go hold down when there's no fun police in the game, it's, honestly, there's no way you could coating it. It's pretty stupid, and it's really annoying when everyone does that, because it just stops you without, I can sort of understand it. I mean, people can play how they want, firstly, but I can understand it a little bit. There's loads of artillery, people might get fed up and just go into the mid-ridge lines and getting shot by artillery, but there is no artillery in the game, so that isn't a concern. If you've got a hold down tank, you just need to play in the middle. Just don't go and waste your game on the hill. But that hasn't happened, and that means I've got a very strong chance of having a decent game here, especially the fact there's only one light tank in the game. And this replay is going to show two things: how good this tank can be at racking up damage quickly when you're able to play a bit more passively if you like, and just farm, get that gunslinging. But 2, how frustrating this tank can be when you just run out of ammo. So yeah, it's going to show you 2 things. So we're taking this position so we can utilise these bushes. Like I say, there's only 1 tiger shark in the game, and 1 light tank, and we've got a good chance of being able to just farm here, you know, because this thing does have very decent camo. I'm running the camo net, all the camo mechanics, perks. So yeah, I you know, you can see there I've not got spotted and I'm firing this, you know, nothing's lighting me up. So I've got 3 farms, and my team's actually pushing up down this way as well, which just means it's very good for me because they should light stuff up and I will punish them. You see this Oho, now this is where I wish I could take some of these shots back, honestly, because some of these I don't aim correctly, I aim for the wrong spots, and you can't be wasting shells of this tank. I wanted him dead, more importantly, because I needed him to go. I don't want to get hit by an Oho in this thing, you know, especially with a derp gun, that could hurt, couldn't it? But I think I wasted like 4 shots probably on this tank, and if I had them 4 shots back, it would have come in really handily. I go for the little tumor at the front. I probably shouldn't have gone for that. I actually could have probably penned his turret at that angle. But yeah, see, that's at least 3 shots I've wasted, and yeah, he turns his turret though, so I know I can pen him now. But yeah, that like I say, that hurt wasting those shells. But you know, you can't predict that when you play at the start. But it's just one of those things. Watching it back, I'm thinking, oh man, I should have aimed it better. But anyway, you can see we're just farming now. This gun is just slinging. When someone gets caught in the open like this stockade, watch how quickly I'm just demolishing his hit points. And, you know, got 230 alpha, 4.5 seconds reload. Yeah, you really can put in the hurt into tanks. But also, just watch, you know, this game's not been going long. I've got 10 rounds left. You know, it is the real problem, having this ammo. It honestly needs another 10 shells, really. Let's be realistic. Another 10 shells would be, you know, I'd still probably have some games where I'd run out of ammo, I reckon. But 10 shells would be a good buff to this tank. I think it does need those extra shells. There's no point. It just seems silly. Why limit a tank with its ammo count? I mean, I've never understood it. If someone can come up with a good reason for you for limiting the tank by its ammo, I mean, you know, feel free to put it in the comments. But I don't understand it really. Apart from like he was just, you know, just like trying to keep it how the tank's 8 years ago. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, so we've got 8 shells left. We've got 4,000 damage, a tiny bit of assistance. We haven't really been spotting this game. We've just been going on damage. I want to get rid of this heavy because I want to push over and try and spot some stuff. Try and get a bit of assistance as well to really top up. Because I think I was relatively close to the 3 mark at this point. Like, I think I was above 90. So I was really trying to maximise this game. But you see, I've got 4 shells left, and it's like, oh no. So we snap that one in, we get that shot in, putting this up to over 5k damage now. We've got 3 shots left now. We need to make sure we hit these shots and you know, get as much as we can. I'm going to full send over now because I was hoping to light some stuff up and get some assistance, but it looks like that light tank beat me to it. So he's obviously getting the assistance from this. Which, yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job, but it's a shame because I would have liked to light him up for myself, just greedily, to get that assistance. We're going to try and put a shot into this T-77. He's ammo racked, he gets taken out, and we only have 1 shot left now. Now, what I could do at this point, you know, which is I don't do, but I could potentially save this 1 shell and try and cheat a fade-ins and just get a fade-ins medal at the end, but I don't know, I've already got a couple of them. You know, I'd rather just make sure I get that extra shot of damage because I'm going for the marks. But like I say, that is something I could do. I reckon you could get a few faders in this tanks like that. Like I say, 1 shell left. This is the last shell I'm going to get. Better make sure it hits. It does. We don't manage to kill him, but we get that 1 in. And you see now, I can't do anything else. All what I can do now is spot for my team and hope I can try and get some assistance. And there we go. We spot this general, which we know is there. And at this point, this tank, realistically, looking where my team members are, looking at his full health, and I know where the other tank is as well, I could have easily got 7k here. Like generally, I'm full health. In my opinion, I would have got 7k just because I know I would have been able to get 2 shots of this type 59-2. I would have to get shots in this rear like there. I could have got 2 shots there. I would have got a few shots into that general. So yeah, if I'd had ammo, this game would have been like 7k at least. Just because my team I was way ahead of my team, so they weren't going to get steal the damage from me. There was no front police to steal the damage, so I'm confident I would have got 7k. But yeah, it's just a shame. But you know, I've got no ammo, so I'm just going to try and make use of the tank. If this wasn't an autoloader, I probably would have drove straight in and rammed him. But at this point, I'm thinking, if I just keep him proxy spotted, maybe I'd get some assistance. That's all I'm really thinking at this point, because all I can do, right? You know, just try and get some assistance. I don't particularly want to die to him. He's moved around. He's shot 2 of his shots now. I was trying. He doesn't turn very well, this tank, unfortunately. But I'm just keeping him lit, hoping I'd get some assistance. But I'm not. It's not going to happen because everything's too close to him, and he gets shut down. So yeah, but a pretty good game. What's left to get to results? I just thought this game demonstrated the pros and the cons of the tank, I guess. We get 3 kills, just under 6,000 damage. Yeah, 500 assistance, over 2k base XP. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I surprisingly did enjoy playing this tank quite a bit, but I have free marked it now, so there will be another video at a later point. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching and happy tanking.